Most nights, I barely noticed the dead, just names on a clipboard, cold skin under gloved hands. But last Friday, as I was finishing up my shift at the city morgue, something changed. I was zipping up the body of a John Doe when he suddenly sat bolt upright, eyes wide, and rasped, "Don't let me in. Please." I froze, thinking it was a prank or some freak reflex, but those desperate eyes locked onto mine, alive with terror. I told myself it was a stress-induced hallucination, but I couldn't shake the feeling that I just witnessed something I wasn't meant to. I tried to report it, but when I checked the body again, it was just as lifeless as before. My co-workers didn't believe me, of course. They joked about sleep deprivation and too many horror movies. Still, that night, as I lay in bed, I kept replaying his words in my head, trying to decipher what he meant. The city outside was restless, but it was nothing compared to the dread building in my chest. I almost convinced myself it was over, until the pounding started at my apartment door around 3 a.m. At first, I thought it was a neighbor or some drunk on the wrong floor. But as I peered through the peephole, my blood ran cold. There were faces I recognized, faces I'd prepared for burial, faces I knew were dead. They stared at my door, eyes hollow, fists banging in unison, each mouth moving in silent, pleading words that I couldn't quite hear. Every thud shook the thin walls, and I realized the begging wasn't for mercy, but for denial of entry, denial of something lurking just beyond the threshold. Now I understand what the John Doe meant. The morgue isn't just a place where bodies wait for the grave, it's a waiting room for something else, something that comes collecting when the world is quietest. They're not trying to get in to hurt me, they're begging me to keep them out, to keep whatever hunts them at bay. The pounding hasn't stopped in 3 nights, and every time I close my eyes, I see that desperate look, and I hear it whisper on the other side of the door, "Don't let us in. Please." And I know, if I do, whatever's chasing them will find me too.